What does a criminal defense lawyer do?
Criminal defense lawyer, their job is to defend people who are brought to court or who are being prosecuted in court on behalf of the government. So your job is to defend them, is to take their instructions, is to cross-examine witnesses, to test the evidence that's brought into court. That is pretty much your job. There's other aspects of it too, but your job is to defend them, and you must defend them based on the instructions that they give you.
What does a criminal lawyer do?
A good example would be a jury trial, where your client is on trial for some offense that's alleged against them. Part of what you're doing there is picking a jury or getting a jury sworn in. And it's always good to have an understanding of the jury panel before you. For instance, if you've got your client has been charged with assaulting a taxi driver, well, the last thing you want to do is to let a taxi driver get onto the jury panel. Because if he gets onto the jury panel, he's very likely going to be biased against your client. So at trials, you have to kind of sift through the occupations, the addresses of the jury, and make sure that there's nothing in there that's going to be adverse to your client getting a fair trial.
What is a criminal defense attorney?
At trial, if you're cross-examining a witness, one of the things you really want to look out for is less what they're saying and what they're doing with their hands or their eyes. It's less important to focus on what they're saying sometimes, and more important to look at their eyes, because in that frame of mind, there's something that they're trying not to tell you, but you'll see it in their eyes. There's some hint of what their eyes will give away, some hint of what they're trying not to tell you, what they're trying really hard not to tell you. So by looking at their eyes or watching their hands, you'll see certain behavior characteristics. So the important thing then is to keep them talking. Keep talking and keep talking and keep talking, and don't let the conversation end, because at some point they'll let drop a hint of that thing that they're trying not to tell you. And that's what cross-examination in a criminal trial and in a civil trial can sometimes be. The really good ones, the really good guys I've seen, they'll ask the questions slowly and methodically, 40, 50 minutes. It's torture sometimes, but eventually something drops, and that's what they focus on.
What is a criminal lawyer?
In courts, you're basically a salesman on behalf of your client. You're selling their version of events to the judge or to the jury, and that's effectively what it is. They've given you their instructions. If they've told you that they're entirely innocent of the charge, then you have to defend them on that basis. Sometimes the question comes up, well, what if they told you they did it? Well, if they told you that they did it, you can't represent them on a plea of not guilty. You can't assert in court that they're innocent. You can't do it because you know they're not innocent because they told you. So you can defend people when their instructions to you are always that they didn't do it.